Hey guys, if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for a link to my Amazon store where I've compiled some of the very best items available, including some of my own personal recommendations. Thanks! What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today we're going to be voting on the unboxing knife that I'm going to be using to unbox every single knife on this channel from here forward. If you don't know what's going on, at 10,000 subscribers, I gave away my dedicated unboxing knife at the time, which was the Rainbow Lady of the Sea. Since then, I've been using an excellent cutting tool, for, usually the PM2, to unbox most of the knives on my channel. US made, premium steel, excellent ergonomics, a great design all the way around. But it's kind of boring. I kind of like to do fun stuff. So I asked my viewers, I said, hey, I'm going to start a series called The Quest for the Perfect Unboxing Knife. And if you'd like to, you can donate something worth a maximum of $50 in value. And we'll do a whole bunch of episodes unboxing this stuff and kind of looking over it. And then at the end, you guys will, collectively vote on the one that you think that I should use to unbox every knife here on out on my channel. And then everything else will actually be packaged up. And we'll do a giveaway for everything else. So you guys have a chance to win all the stuff that I'm not going to be using. And you guys were awesome. there were, as you can see, there were a lot of submissions. It's part of the reason why I had to cut the series short. You know, I said I was going to do 8 episodes, and I realized, like, I'm going to end up with so much stuff. It's going to be really hard to do in one episode. So these are the candidates. There is one knife in here that I did not include, and that's the toy knife, the plastic one. I literally can't get into a box with that. And I know you guys are like, what? It should be in the running. I have to actually be able to get into a package. So to the gentleman who sent me that, thank you. I'm sure you didn't actually mean for that to, maybe be a part of the series, but my son ended up with that, and he loves it. He thinks it is the coolest thing. It's the first toy knife he's ever had, and he just thinks it's the most fantastic thing in the world. So rest assured, it is being put to perhaps better use. Let's go ahead and look over each one of these individually before you guys cast your votes, so you guys can kind of see what you're looking at here. This top one is a massive, massive lockback. It'll work, but it's a little bit dangerous and a little bit awkward. It might be easier. I mean, to get real control over this, you would need 2 hands. But yeah, that'll work. So if that's something you want to vote for, then that's there. This would be an excellent unboxing tool. It's sort of a mini samurai sword, a little frame lock. This is something that I would very much welcome. It would be convenient, absolutely. Moving on here, let's move to my buddy Zell's submission. This is what I think I originally called the Ice Crystal Dagger, or the Wizard Crystal Dagger plus 4 charisma. It'll definitely work. It does not have much in the way of ergonomics, but man, presentation value for sure. This thing is absolutely legendary. We have, actually, funny enough, something that I've reviewed on the channel a long time ago. It's a spring-assisted sort of Crusader dagger meant to represent, I think, Excalibur. Certainly would work. I might question its structural integrity, but it would certainly work. Another submission that was meant to represent Excalibur. It's a slip joint that literally has what a lot of people said was a picture of me. King Arthur pulling Excalibur from the stone, and then it's got a not an actual dagger on blade, but it is sharp on one side. This is actually pretty sweet. I would totally unbox stuff with this, and it would be legendary considering, on this channel I make this big deal about, a hypothetical or a figurative Excalibur being the knife that is perfect for any one individual, right? It just works with them. It sort of caters to them, and that it has the aesthetics they want, the function they want, the materials they want, etc. And considering we actually have King Arthur and Excalibur on here, this might be one that it would be a good one to vote for. We have a very generic OTF. It works just fine. It would certainly be easy. This looks like a pretty typical Microtech clone, but yeah, I mean, like, it would be, I would use it to unbox knives on the channel if you guys voted for that. Next up, this is an actual Nick Shabazz Z Hunter. I mean, like, Nick Shabazz actually sent this to me for the series. Before I started the series, I said, I realized, I said, this is going to be, like, dangerously close to what Nick does on his channel, where he does the Terrible Gear live. And so I messaged him and I said, hey, before I start the series, I just want to let you know I'm going to be doing this. I didn't want you to think I was stepping on your toes. And he said, oh, no problem. He said, in fact, I'll send you a whole bunch of stuff as an official thumbs up from Nick Shabazz. So this is a Nick Shabazz Z Hunter with the box that's signed. You can see his name right there, which is cool. And then he also sent me this wonderful piece. I'm sure some of you guys remember this one from his channel. It's literally double-sided and super duper safe, right? I mean, it really would unbox packages. I probably would just use one blade. Same kind of with this guy. Another one sent by Nick Shabazz. It's sort of it reminds me of kind of like if a scorpion and a stag beetle got together and made a baby that was a pocket knife. That's kind of what we're looking at here. It makes no sense that there are two blades. I'd probably just use one, but yeah, there you go. We've got an M-Tech, very aggressive, very military-esque M-Tech. Compound blade, sort of tanto, very thick up here, but yeah, it'll work for sure. My own submission, a knife that I just really don't like. See, this is the fun thing about this. It's like you guys got to decide, do you want to cast your vote based on one of the things on the table that you want to win? Because if if you're voting, if there's something you want to win, then you definitely don't want to vote for that thing that you want to win. But you also could vote to torture me, depending on, whether you want to make it convenient for me to unbox stuff or you want to watch me struggle every single time. It's completely up to you because I will honor how this works. This is a CJRB Crag. I would be pumped for this to be the dedicated unboxing knife. Perhaps a little more boring than everything else on the table, but it certainly has a blade shape that's going to make it easy for me to get into packages. This was one of the, well, actually, I would say this probably is the better tool on the table, certainly. Moving on here, we have this little Gerber thing. Fun, super inconvenient though, and typical Gerber build quality. Sorry, Gerber. And then we have pocket clip / money clip on there. So there you go. Next up, we have the gun blade, not to be confused with Squall from Final Fantasy VIII. Yeah, this will work, but I mean, it's like every single time I unbox a knife, we get to do that. I'm sure somebody would very much love to win that. We've got an off-grid, another actually excellent tool. I think they call this the Fat Boy. It looks like a button lock, but it's actually a button disengaging the liner on the inside. But yeah, this would actually be very convenient for unboxing folding knives. We have something that would be, I mean, technically, the only reason I kept this on here is because technically I can get into packages with it. I think this is a leather punch. It's a Dolica leather punch. So for those of you familiar with the Dolica, you'll know that this is hardly a tool or a knife or any apparatus that would be convenient to unbox other tools with, right? But it does have a tip, and I suppose I can really wrench into that if I have to. We have an actually sharp Dolica, not a Delica, a Dolica. This was the same person who sent this one. He sharpened it. So, I mean, I guess if I'm destined to use a Dolica to unbox stuff, then, I'd rather it be sharp. We have the Snake Eye Scorpion Blade, which is very intense, very aggressive, very big, very cumbersome, but it doesn't have to go in my pocket. It just has to unbox knives. So, yeah, I can punch my way into it, I guess, if I have to, but, this would be long unboxing videos, but yeah, we can totally make that work. This little Damascus blade, I forget what this is called. You see, the Albatross Damascus blade. This isn't a super high quality Damascus knife or anything, like Damascus or anything like that. But, the blade shape actually would make it pretty convenient to get into packages. You can see there just the tip or the hawkbill, I guess, what you want to call that. Yeah, that would make it pretty convenient. We have what seems to be a crowd favorite, the Bally Fork. I'm going to show you guys real quick my Bally skills. Been practicing. Not going to find that anywhere else on the internet. Yeah, so if this one wins, I will have to sharpen the side of this fork. I know you guys want to see that. That's going to be rough. That's going to be rough. Or perhaps you guys want to win that. And then I know this is, creating a bias, but I don't care. This is my series. This is actually my personal favorite. This was created by Kiefer. Kiefer actually made the mount for it, which is super cool. I missed that in the actual, when I unboxed this. But this little scalpel everybody's been trying to name it, was made out of an F-150 truck spring. And the shape of it, and considering get a whole purchase on it, and just the fact that it's just got a short little blade, this is actually a perfect unboxing tool. And the fact that Kiefer made it, that just makes me love it. He said he made this thing in just a couple hours on a Sunday morning. And yeah, I can resharpen this. It'll be super easy to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be the most edge retentive thing in the entire world, but it's an F-150 truck spring, so it'll likely hold an edge more, longer than a lot of the stuff on the table. But yeah, I really, really like that. And the fact that he made the mount and everything, that just makes me happy. So if you wanted to know what my personal favorite one was, that's the one. But you guys have all the power. I don't have any of the power. So how do you vote? I've been trying to decide how I want to do this, looking into online polling and stuff like that. And you know what? Just comment down below the one that you want me to use. Don't comment more than once, because I'm going to have to go through and tally each one. I'll write your names down and I'll put the tally there so I'll know whether or not that person has already voted. Just vote once and let me know which one you want to win. You can't vote for more than one. You can only vote for one. And you have to tell me exactly what it is that you're voting for, right? And I know that, this makes it kind of confusing, because it's like, well, how do I say exactly, what if I don't know exactly what one that is, right? You can go back through and kind of, figure out which one, in what order that I brought them up, and do your best to describe it, I guess. But that's how we're going to do this, is I'm just going to go through the comments and try and distinguish exactly what people are saying they want to vote for. And considering each one of these knives has some pretty unique character, I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out. Just be descriptive, and I'll tally your vote. And then, the next time we do this upload, the winner will be announced, and that's the one that I'm going to be using, for the, the continuation of the channel. And then everything else will be packaged up, and we'll do some giveaways. They'll probably be grouped up. They'll probably, winners will receive more than one. They'll probably receive, 2 or 3. In the case of this big guy, it would just be one, but, we'll figure that out. Guys, that's going to be pretty much it. Thank you to so much to everybody who donated stuff for this series. This was a lot of fun. You guys seem to enjoy it. It was really, really nice of you. And I love doing these series. And rest assured, after this series, Quest for the doing those. I will keep doing, a series like that, because you guys seem to enjoy them. But this one was a lot of fun. It ran on quite a while. It's been like 2 months since we started this. But in any case, I really appreciate it. If you guys are excited about this, or you enjoyed this video, or you were entertained by it in any way, shape, or form, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like. So check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on this Metal Complex logo right here and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.